and you entered something, Ray, called the Alford plea. Can you explain to us what that is? I had never heard of it before.
What it is you're stating that based on the evidence that's being presented, a jury would more than likely find you guilty. It's not an admission of guilt, you're just saying that you can't prove this. Now, at this time, everything that I had for a defense, medical exams, a videotape that was hid for 25 years, and the fact that the lead detective in the case was having an affair with my wife. That was my basis for my defense, and I didn't have it. I didn't have anything.
We heard an audible gasp when you just said the detective involved in the case was having an affair with your wife. I mean, it wasn't long after you started to serve time in prison that you realized that this was going on.
I received divorce papers shortly after I went to prison, and the divorce attorney from Clark County, I knew her, so when I contacted her and asked her to handle the divorce, she said, Ray, it's all over the city. Shirley Spencer was having an affair with Sergeant Michael Davidson from the Clark County Sheriff's.
And he was the detective in charge of your case.
He was, and Sharon Krause worked directly for him.
You realized something was awry almost immediately after you started serving time, but it took 19 years for you to be released, for the governor to commute your sentence. What took so long?
That's the criminal justice system for you. I mean, I filed personally, I believe 5 appeals. I saw the parole board 5 times. And every time that I went in front of them, they said, either admit guilt or you're never going to be released.
And you refused to do that?
I refused to do that. I didn't do it.
And finally, your sentence was commuted because of all these troubling developments or revelations in your case?
Well, they started to come unraveling initially in '97. We were in federal court. We had heard about a medical exam on my daughter, but did not know that there was also one on my stepson.
And there were no signs of abuse in both of those medical exams, and yet the detectives never handed those over?
They hid those. As a matter of fact, they had 2 indexes in the Sheriff's Department. One showed the evidence in the case, and prominently in that first index showed that there were medical exams. 5 months later, there's another index made, and those medical exams suddenly disappeared.